Okay, so today I want to talk about the Confederate flag issue in South Carolina. Um, Everybody has been debating this across the United States. Everybody does not want the Confederate flag up in states. North Carolina is officially one of them. So, this is news from ABC7 News, and I'm going to read it again out of South Carolina. The Confederate flag was lowered from the grounds of South Carolina State House on Friday, ending its 54-year presence there and making a stunning political reversal in a state where many thought the rebel banner would fly indefinitely. The turnabout seemed unthinkable before the June 17th of 9 black parishioners, including a state senator, at a Charleston church during a Bible study. Dylan Roof, a white man who was photographed with the Confederate flag, is charged in the shooting deaths. And authorities have called the killings a hate crime. The massacre reignited calls to remove Confederate flags and symbols across the South and around the nation. A crowd of thousands chanted USA and hey, 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 goodbye, as the flag was lowered by an honor guard of removing the flag. Supported removing the flag chanted, "Take it down" before the ceremony, and vastly outnumbered those who were upset about the move. In 2000 with lawmakers who insisted that symbolized Southern heritage and states' rights. The two sides came to an agreement to move the flag from the dome to a 30-foot pole next to a Confederate monument in front of the State House. The flag came down 23 days later after the massacre of State Senator Clementa Pinckney and 8 others inside Charleston's Emmanuel African Methodist Church. Inside Charleston's Emmanuel African Methodist Episcopal Church. Haley signed the bill with 13 pence. 9 of them went to the families of the victims. Authorities say they believe the killings were racially motivated by posing with the Confederate flags before the shootings. Ruff, who has not yet entered a plea to 9 counts of murder, convicted some that the flag's reputation for white supremacy and racial oppression had trumped its symbolism of Southern heritage and ancestral pride. On Friday, artist Ernest Lee came to the State House with a framed portrait of all named victims. He said he's been invited to the Charleston Church on Sunday to present his artwork. He said he wished more people would turn to art for inspiration. If they did, there wouldn't be so much hate and violence, he said. That is the end of the report. I believe the Confederate flag did represent it. No, I'm sorry. It did not. I believe it did not represent racism, due to the fact that it's not what represented at all. It did represent Southern heritage. Just like on the General Lee, it said nothing about racism. It was just to show Southern heritage. And I thought it was always about blacks being enslaved, but it's not. That's not what it's about. The history books always had it wrong. They always say it's about blacks and stuff. It's about Southern heritage. It's a Southern's flag. I mean, African Americans are good people, and nobody's really at fault here. I mean, I guess it's just everybody just felt wrong that